It's not gone live yet.
Wolves asleep in midst the trees. Bats all a swaying in the breeze. But when the soul lies anxious, wide awake, fearing all manner of ghouls, hags, and wraiths. For your dolly Polly sleep has flown. Don't dare let her tremble alone. For the witcher, heartless cold, paid in coin of gold. He comes, he'll go, leave naught behind but heartache and woe. Deep, deep woe. It's all silent for the night. Cows turned in as daylight dies. But when soullight anxious wide awake, fearing all manner of ghouls, hags, and wraiths, my dear Dolly Polly.
Good evening, welcome to the Haunted Antiques Paranormal Research Centre for our next Demon Files. As you can see, we're doing it slightly different tonight. I'm controlling the studio, but once we switch over to Jane, I will run up, well, perhaps not run up to the attic, but I will crawl up to the attic and join them. So, as always, put all your comments down and I'll hand it over to Jane.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Demon Files.
Oh my god, he's crossed it over.
So yeah, we're still good to go. Yeah. So for anybody who's used to seeing us on the Demon Files, you know what the format is. We will run through a bit of history, a bit of information of what we know that's sort of out there in the public domain. We'll run through a bit of information, and then we'll just try an experiment just to see if we can communicate with whatever's sort of manifesting. So tonight we're going to use the Pathfinder board. So before we do that, I'm just going to run down just some of this information. But as always, people, you know, we're not Satanists, we're not demon, you know, we're not Satan worshippers and all that sort of thing. We're not sacrificing babies. All we want to do is just find out the truth by working through these things ourselves. So we'll go through some of the information. So tonight we're looking at Agares. He's the second of the 72. So we're looking at the 72 demons in the Lesser Key of Solomon. So he's known by other names. Other known names is Agares, Agarus, Agrius, Agros, King of the East. Agares is described in grimoires such as the Pseudo-Monarchia Demonum, the Lesser Key of Solomon, and the Dictionnaire Infernal as the Duke under the power of the East. He is depicted as an old man riding on a crocodile and carrying a hawk on his fist. He teaches languages, stops and retrieves runaway persons, causes earthquakes, and grants noble titles. He commands 31 legions of demons. There are other texts which simply describe him as an old man and give him 36 legions. He is also supposed to share another 87 demons with Samael. The book, The Office of Spirits, places him as Agaros and describes him as an old man riding a cockatrice without the hawk. So a cockatrice being a mythical beast, essentially a two-legged dragon or serpent-like creature with a rooster's head, described as an ornament in the drama and poetry of the Elizabethans. The grimoire of Pope Honorius, which refers to him as Agarus, is more brief. He leaves out the crocodile and the hawk and does not recognise his functions beyond languages and titles. So the Pope, in the grimoire of the Pope, he only recognises him as dealing with languages and titles. So he hardly seems like a bad chap to me. So the Grand Grimoire features him as a subordinate of Lucifuge Rofocale. According to Thomas Rudd, Ageres is opposed by the Sheham Forash angel Jeliel. So he does have an opposite. Several sources say he is under the power of the East, but the Infernal Dictionary says he is the Grand Duke of the eastern part of Hell. He brings back fugitives of the party that he protects and puts enemies in a state of disorderly retreat. He has the power to destroy dignities both spiritual and non-spiritual. He gives dignity, teaches all languages, and makes to the spirits of the earth dance. Ageres was also thought to have sworn allegiance to Samaeza when he rebelled against God and became a fallen angel. He is the demon of courage and will give power to those who would flee when outnumbered. Don't seem like a bad chap. I couldn't find any records of any possessions, and that's about it, really. We've got a picture. So there he is, sitting on his crocodile.
Bring it back. Bring
Back.
it backwards.
Back.
That's it.
Don't want to set fire to it with a candle.
Mm-hmm.
So there he is, sitting on his crocodile. That's how he's been depicted, with his hawk. So he doesn't seem particularly bad.
No, he doesn't, does he? Just like all the others.
Yeah, just like all the others. So we have summoned him, and I am picking up something. I'll just get rid of these. So what he's not long. He's not long sort of joined us. If this is him, and what I can see, he does look a little bit similar to that man, but he's much shorter. He's a very, what I can see is a very small man, more midget type. He's sort of literally about this big,
About 2 feet tall.
and he's got a beard. He's got sort of like a red and yellow sort of hat. He's wearing something on his head. I can't quite describe the shape, but he's got something on his head, and he's also got like a red and yellow sort of top, but I don't want to say it's a shirt. It looks, it's a bit more fancier than that. It looks a bit more like, I'd describe it probably more as a blouse rather than a shirt. But he's very small, but his character is very cheeky. And I think he's full of mischief, this one. I mean, I could like him to almost like a leprechaun type thing, creature, entity. But I think he's very mischievous, and he's very cunning. He doesn't seem to the energy that I'm feeling doesn't seem to sort of match that description. But I do feel that this is the right person.
Okay, cool. How do you feel, Ant?
All right, I think. I mean, I don't feel there's anything negative, like James just said. I must admit, I am quite warm.
Yeah.
I don't know whether that's just the room in general.
Yeah.
My head is pounding a bit, so it's trying to come through me as well. I don't
Cool.
know.
Cool.
But other than that, all good.
Okay. What about you, Ames?
I feel fine at the moment, so I don't feel anything at all. But I've got a bit of an headache, but that may be because I had a late night last night. But I don't feel anything at all.
Okay.
So I don't feel he's evil or demonic or anything like that. I just feel he's a bit mischievous.
That's good. Anybody feel anything on the legs?
No.
I did earlier.
I felt
Oh.
like
It was very quick. I couldn't sort of pinpoint it.
I just felt like someone's touched the top of my leg.
I've not felt anything.
One thing I did sort of notice with him that he was moving very, very quick. I do believe that he would dash here and there, and he does move very, very quick. I can see this. I can see him. You know, he'll sort of dash, stop, and laugh and giggle, and then he'll dash, stop, and then he's got that real sort of mischievous, sort of fun character. But he would laugh at you rather than sort of with you.
Yeah.
You say that he runs away and that, like, do you think he's more frightened as well in some
But
respects?
not running away. When he moves, he dashes very quick.
Okay.
So he's not running away from us. But if he's moving, he's moving very, very quick at speed.
Okay.
Okay then. So why is he classed as a demon then?
I suppose that's how people
That was
in
my
the past
stomach.
have.
Yeah, some else, I guess.
I suppose that's how people in the past have perceived it.
Okay, then, so we are going to be using the Pathfinder board. You've seen us use this many, many times. It's probably our favourite, isn't it?
I do like this book.
Yeah. And we did say, can we do something different next time? So we'll do something different next time.
Yeah, we're going to see if we can find one that uses perhaps something different in his power.
I did really enjoy the last one that we did where we all sat there with the pens and drew what we
With the
felt.
crystal ball.
Yeah, I loved that one. That was a really good one.
Yeah, so keep the comments coming in. Amy can see your comments.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Yeah, we've got lots of people saying hello and that lot. So
Okay then, so we will start. Jane is looking at the book as normal. It'll just be Amy and myself on the Pathfinder board. So we'll see if you'd like to come to talk to us. Agaris.
Yeah.
Gareth, yeah.
Agaris, are you here with us now, please? Would you like to come and talk to us through this board? There's symbols, there's letters, there's words. Anything you'd like to use, that would be great. The good thing about this board is it uses symbols, and I like that because I have no idea what the symbols
Yeah,
mean.
we'll never know what we're going to get.
So come forward, please, and talk to us.
So where's Agaris from?
Inkley.
He didn't really give in. It did say he was a fallen angel.
Okay, it's gone to V.
So I think we know what that one means.
E.
N. U.
Venus.
Venus. Is that correct? You are from Venus. We show where's yes and where's no.
We got yes over in this corner.
And so no.
So no.
And slightly
There.
different.
It's there.
Okay, is that correct, Ogara? So you from the planet Venus, the planet that we call Venus. Yes. That's different.
It is different, yeah.
Is it true though? Is there any way we can confirm that?
No, we can't, can we?
Okay.
Okay, what else would you like to say to us?
Is that the truth?
Yes.
But then, is that Venus the planet, or Venus the Roman god? Is it?
That was a she, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Venus was a goddess of love, wasn't she?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I asked where is he from?
Where's he
Yeah.
from? Oh, is Venus's mother?
You know.
Oh, right. That's good thinking. I just presumed it was the planet.
Yeah, I presumed it was a planet because I said, where are you from?
Yeah,
And that's where.
yeah, but where you're from is you're from your mother, aren't you, as well?
Mm.
Did you hear that noise then?
That's outside. That's outside the door. Do you want me to have a look?
No, we'll let me in. Okay then. Are you happy to talk to us tonight? Okay, thank you. Is that someone's chair or anything?
That's my chair, yeah.
Okay. Okay then. What do you want to say to us then? What's that going to?
Malachite. It's green.
Sorry.
Yeah, Jane ought to know these off by heart by now.
Malachite. Malachite owes its rich green colour to the presence of copper, the first metal used by our ancestors for beads and tools. On the Pathfinder, its appearance usually means that success with money and investments is near. It may also appear when feelings of lacking are blocking your path. If this is true for you now, concentrate on the things you have available for use, not just on the things you own. Copper conducts electricity, but it does not own it. Let your past successes empower you. Do not dwell on the past disappointments, just learn from them. What we do not have are things we fear or do not understand yet. Abundance is an attitude. Malachite can help with the implementing of any new business ideas.
That's a bit weird.
Interesting.
That's a
Yeah,
bit weird,
that's
isn't
very
it?
interesting.
Okay then. A.
I.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's lost me.
Aries.
Is that correct? You spell Aries? No idea what that means.
Can you tell us what
Star
that
sign.
means?
What does that mean? Can you explain? Because I don't understand. M. My. S. No spelling. My sign.
Oh, okay, so that means it's around now, isn't it? End of March. So it is Aries, isn't
Just past it, I think, by a couple of days.
So what is Aries?
it? It's
What symbol is it?
So Aries the ram.
it's a ram, isn't it?
N. E. I. L. Neil. Yeah, anything else? What's that? Bow and arrow?
Or is it maybe?
Can you be a bit clearer, please? Is that the
What flash then?
that your torch flashing?
It did, didn't it?
It's the bow and arrow.
Okay.
Has it gone darker?
It's gone a lot darker.
It seems darker.
You're draining the power from my torch. Sorry, what did you say? Bow and arrow, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I find that, just while I think about it, I find that quite interesting about the Aries thing, because it does say about it being in March being the best time to summon him.
Yes.
Yeah.
So bow and arrow. A real bow and arrow is a deadly weapon that only a mature member of the tribe may possess. It would be too dangerous for the tribe otherwise. Be mature and patient. Your power may soon increase. Your goal is very close and you cannot afford mistakes. You may only have one chance to act, so make the most of it. Act only when you are sure that performing your actions will really accomplish what you are trying to do. Learn, use, or create technology that enables you to extend your influence. It is best not to get too close now. Aim precisely for what you are trying to reach. Do not let others see what you are trying to do. Decide who should know of your deeds after the results of your effort become clear. Skill and timing are more important now than luck.
Well, that's still quite uncanny, isn't they?
Yeah.
Um,
I've just had a message. Sarah Valmay Rowley
Yeah.
says, sorry I missed the start and haven't seen one of these before. Just interested how you know it's Agares and you are speaking with and not an entity completely unrelated to the Lesser Key of Solomon.
Because what we do is we ask all the other spirits to stand back, and what we've done in the past is just invite that entity in. I've summoned him, and what the entity that has arrived, we can't prove that is Agares, but he does feel right. It feels right for me. He doesn't feel like anybody else. He doesn't feel like an imposter. He doesn't feel like he's portraying anything else. So we just have to work with that. We just have to trust what Spirit is giving us and to work with that. If it proves that it's not later in the session, then we can learn from that. But all we can do is work with what we've got.
Yeah. Okay. And I must admit, the answers so far are quite uncanny with what we've been talking about this weekend.
24 hours.
Yeah. Do you think it's really gone dark in this room?
I think so. I think it seems to be draining.
I don't know
power.
what is going down, but
The light seems to be dimming.
Yeah.
It does seem to be getting darker and darker.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Agares. Are we really talking? There's a lady questioning. Are we actually really talking to Agares or Agares, however you want to pronounce it? Yes. Okay then.
Is the person that I can see, the very small man? Is that you? Is that you that I can see you present in the room? So can you confirm that is you? You are Agares?
Yes. Okay. Thank you for coming to talk to us. Can you tell us anything else that you need to tell us? Use the symbols. You obviously know what they mean. We don't until Jane reads them. What else do you have to say to us?
Feathers.
Or feathers.
And it's gone darker again. When it goes to a symbol, to me it goes darker.
The Aztecs of Mexico valued feathers more than gold, which they believed was the property of their gods. Those Native Americans who had proven themselves as warriors wore feathers. When the magical message indicator hovers over feathers, rejoice, for this means that the time is near to receive a badge of honor, a recognition of achievement, or a reward. It can also mean that the time has come for you to bestow honors and rewards on those who deserve them, especially if you have not done so lately. Take a deep breath and relax. Let all worrisome ideas leave your mind. Imagine a feather floating effortlessly in the air without resistance to the winds of fate. You should do this often to clear your head and enable you to review your situation clearly.
So Steve wants to know how come it doesn't move when you're talking amongst yourselves.
Because I think, to be honest, I think they answer the question, then wait for us. They're being polite to me
I think it's politeness, yeah.
because it's ignorant when somebody's talking. It's ignorant, isn't it, to jump in? Like it goes to the symbol, then goes back to the middle to wait for Jane to tell us the message that they have. That's what personally,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just I think it's a respectful way to communicate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Steve says thank. Oh, I see now. Thanks.
Okay, that obviously that's just our opinion. We don't know, but it's my opinion, and we will share the same.
But then that does seem to happen on this, doesn't it?
It always happens. It always happens on this, especially on this, whether it's the board or
It doesn't.
the demons.
It depends on who we're speaking to as
Yeah.
well, because sometimes when we are speaking amongst ourselves, it does move. It
Yeah.
depends on who we're speaking to.
Yeah, but
'Cause everybody's different.
yeah, but it normally waits when it's gone to a
Yeah.
symbol. It normally waits for Jane to tell us that message.
Yes, I know it's happened a couple of times where it's gone to a particular symbol. As soon as you've started talking, Jane, it instantly moves to another.
Yeah.
But it waits until you finish because sometimes you can't keep up, can you?
No.
That's the shield, is it? Is it in a Native American shield?
Oh, it's at the
It's
bottom.
got a bull.
This,
That one,
yeah.
bull.
Yeah.
The shield. A shield is made to protect a warrior in battle in the same way our natural defense mechanisms, our immune systems, or fight or flight instincts, shame and fear are meant to protect us and keep us from repeating mistakes. As with the shield, we must repair and maintain our immune system constantly by eating and drinking pure foods and water. Sometimes in battle, a warrior finds it necessary to discard the shield because carrying it restricts movement. So we must guard against letting our natural fight or flight instinct cause us too much stress because of a perceived threat that really is not there. Shame and fear, based on love, logic, and past experience, can protect us, but must not be allowed to paralyse our progress on our path. So I find that's quite interesting.
It just says blessings.
Blessing. What, you
Yeah.
spelled blessings
No,
out?
No,
it
you
just
can't.
went
It's
up to
the word
blessings.
blessings.
The word
Oh,
blessings.
okay.
Thank you. Okay, do you have
Success. Teach.
how many times have we had teach come out?
Truth.
How many times
As
have
many
we
times
how
as
many
well.
times have we had that?
Teaching the truth.
Yeah.
Working in the truth. Are you a fallen angel?
No.
No.
Are you a normal angel? No.
Where did you originate from?
The best thing is I was literally just about to ask the same question. See if we got the same result.
Venus. When you spell out Venus, do you mean your mother? No. Do you mean the planet that's in our solar system? So it means the planet.
How long have you been here?
SO. Well,
so long.
SOLOV2. What does that mean?
Do you mean so long? Is that your stomach still?
Yeah.
I think that ties in with what you said earlier about you sort of feeling you were slightly mischievous. You know, so long isn't an answer, is it? It's like, yeah, I've been here a while.
Mm.
Yeah.
Are you unhappy that you've been sort of labelled as a demon that should be feared? Are you unhappy about that?
Why are you unhappy about it?
Spelling wrong. It's wrong.
Are you here on your own? Is there any of your others with you?
That's 2 questions.
I wonder if he's here with his alligator
Was that a no?
on
Are
his
you here on your own?
Yeah.
No.
Do you have others with you now?
Are you picking up on any more, Jane?
Yes.
Apart from him.
No, it's only him.
Are you here with your falcon? What about your crocodile?
Have you come because you knew it was your turn? Have you been waiting? Because we've put this one off for quite a while. Have you been waiting for your turn? Do all the other entities that are classed as demonic, are they all waiting to have their say?
Was it you that kept putting us off from doing this? Because we weren't quite ready at the time.
Or maybe the time wasn't right. Because when was our last one?
No, we haven't done one for
because
a while.
the sign of Aries is around about the 22nd of March, isn't it? It starts, and it was before then we were going to do
20th.
20th. So maybe it's
Yeah,
waiting for us to get into the sign of Aries.
No, we were due to do them on the right time,
Were we?
but we sat talking.
We weren't meant to do it.
Were you unhappy that we sat talking instead of talking to you?
Yeah. But did you know we would do that before it happened?
Because it wasn't the right time.
So do you know what we're doing? Do all you entities know what we're doing? And do we have, there's noises out there, do we have approval?
Is that stone?
Was that citrine?
Citrine.
Citrine.
But if you look above it, it's also lizard. And wouldn't you class the crocodile almost like a lizard-like creature, except undersized?
Citrine. The citrine's sunny colour helps restore the mind in much the same way as does basking in life-giving light of Father Sun. On Pathfinder, its appearance usually means that a positive, optimistic attitude will produce a positive outcome. It may also appear when greater self-confidence and self-esteem are needed. If this is true for you now, heal your relationship with your father or authority figures. Make sure to get enough rest and have some fun. Stress and fatigue, other emotional or physical, either emotional or physical, can make life seem bleak and make you unable to cope with your challenges. Citrine can help you regain your emotional balance. We all stray from our path. It is how long it takes us to recover that determines our successes and failures. Well, that makes perfect sense to me.
It does
Because we weren't in the right frame of mind, even though we should have done it. We weren't in the right frame of mind, were we? Because we'd, I've not been very well. You were stressed and everything else, and that makes perfect sense.
It even says father figure.
Yeah.
Bit spooky, this is. Okay, then. Are we doing the right thing to invite the 72 demons to talk to us? Okay, then. Do you mean anyone any harm? No. Do any the so-called demons, I don't like using that word now, do any of you mean anyone any harm? Does any of them? Maybe. Okay, then.
Why do they mean us? Why do they maybe mean us any harm?
Well, they're going to be like
Skeptical.
men, aren't they?
Mm.
No, we're good human beings, but there are a lot of nasty human beings. I just think
I think it depends on their character.
there's going to be nasty ones, isn't there?
Yeah. And there might be a bit of skepticism as well.
Yeah. Yeah, remember when we did the one in the woods? He came across quite like he weren't going to work with us. Like
Yeah,
he was going to pretend, sort of show him as he's normally portrayed, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Until he realised he could trust us.
Steve has asked, are you concerned about bringing demons into the centre?
No, not at all. Because we've got our beliefs and the things that we've experienced so far doing these demon files. I think this is the 12th one. I don't believe Hollywood, the way that Hollywood portrays them. I don't believe the way demons are portrayed. I think demons, the word demons is just a label.
Yeah.
And they've said, everyone has said they're not happy about the label that they've been given.
And we have brought, like Neil says, this is the 12th one we've done. And the 4 of us have been engaged with all of those. And none of us have come to any harm. None of us have suffered any after effects as such. I think there was a slight occasion when you did.
There's been a couple of minor.
Yeah, but nothing to worry about.
A couple of days, a week later.
Okay, we've got, is that a flower?
It says wild rose.
Wild rose.
Wild rose.
Thing is, as well, obviously, you send them back at the end as well, don't you, Jane?
Yeah.
So just in case they do linger.
Yeah, well, we always send them back, so they
There it is.
Oh, wild rose, there it is. The wild rose answers questions of love, whether too much or not enough. We all know the rose has thorns and sometimes you may get pricked, but many poets have said it's a small price to pay for so much beauty and pleasure. It is true of love, the gentleness, care and respect for the danger of hurting and being hurt. Such pain can be avoided. Love must be equal from the start, for you cannot change anyone. Like love, the wild rose is fragile and deserves kindness in the way it is treated. Inspire others with gifts, appreciation and affection. Press a special rose between the pages of a book of your favourite poetry. Later, give both to someone you love. Now that again makes perfect sense to me, because that's possibly the way that we can associate ourselves with the demons.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
we all know that a rose has thorns and sometimes you may get pricked. But if
so, Amy, we might come across a demon where you get pricked.
But, that's a risk that we're prepared to take in order to, get these results and to work with these things and find out for ourselves.
Wow. I do love this board.
Yeah.
They all make perfect sense again, don't they?
At the right times.
Yeah. We have not got a clue what these mean.
No matter how many times you read.
No, I can't remember.
No, I
can't
remember.
remember every single thing on the board. Can't 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 remember every single thing on the board.
Okay, the next question we can ask him then. Can you do something for us in this room? Besides
that
making my
you?
stomach go.
Is that you?
Can you do something for us?
What's in the very centre there?
It's
Is
the,
that,
it's the earth.
is that, does that
Is that a
I don't know
symbol?
if that's on there.
I don't even think it's on there. It's just the centre.
okay.
But again, you see, the earth, that's important, isn't it? Well, obviously it's
Yeah.
important.
And also it's the centre.
Yeah.
Exactly. The centre of the universe.
Okay, what else would you like to tell us?
Do you have a message for us? Ooh, what's that?
Let's put it away.
Dandelion.
Ooh, dandelion. So is this the message?
Yeah. Is that your message?
It is time to share your message with the world.
Oh my goodness.
What have we been talking about this week?
What
Send
can
out
that do?
Send out your signals, no matter how small or how faint, and you will be noticed. When you wish to contact someone who is absent, call upon the dandelion. Its shining head will help you send messages. Its plumed seeds drift gracefully upon each draft of air and are carried great distances. In this way, you can send helpful input to a problem that needs solving. To send a dandelion message, blow on it 3 times and visualize the message you wish to send. Ask for signs that the message has been received. There are no weeds, only plants whose true use has not been discovered yet.
I'm quite speechless.
Neil's speechless.
I'm quite speechless there because we only said that we want to get the Demon Files to a wider audience.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
We've
Yeah.
only just said that.
Yeah. Yeah. Is that our path to get them to spread the word and the truth about the Demon Files?
Yes.
Are we in any danger doing this project?
Maybe.
That's okay.
When
Okay.
it says, "Are we in any danger?" Is that like personally, physically, or is that like our credibility, or do you know what I mean?
No. Do you mean when you say maybe we might be in danger? Is that from humans, from the living?
Yeah, that's how I
Yeah.
received it. More the living than the dead.
Okay then.
Is it like? Could it be our reputations, or do they mean that, or do they mean
What reputation?
Oh yeah, there is that.
Is that because we are going to be showing the truth, and some people don't want the truth? Yes, some people don't want the truth, do they? Let's face it. Some people do hate what we're doing.
I think it's a lot of people can't handle the truth.
No.
So it's not a case of they don't want it. It's just they literally can't handle it.
What's that picture?
It's a fish thing,
Fish.
A fish thing.
Fish.
or a fish.
Or a fish.
Sarah asks our heads now. My head's all right now. I don't know about yours.
Fish.
Itchy.
What
But
about fish?
itchy on
I
the
hate
inside.
fish.
Mm.
Fish is perfectly attuned to her watery surroundings, for she is psychic and intuitively feels her way along. She can choose many paths among the currents in which she lives, but she stays flexible and goes with the flow. When fish appears as your power animal, it might be best to go along with things for a while. Sometimes the currents overwhelm the fish, and the only way she can survive is to go where life takes her. Even when alone, fish knows she is a part of something big. There is a deeply seated feeling tone within her. This is feeling This is the feeling within us that determines the things that we are willing to put up with on our path. Sometimes fish sees that the best way to get where she is going is not the fastest way. The currents of your life seem to take you where you need to go, not where you think you need to go.
That's
Fish
quite
is
interesting.
accepting of the fact that she is not completely in control of her own destiny, and her faith is strong. When fish is your power animal, your spirit guides are asking you to trust them to lead you where you need to go.
I'm speechless.
Yeah, it's
Even now, because this board works so well, it's weird how you got it, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah,
You
absolutely.
got it just before we started these.
Yeah, and I saw it, and it just drew me in. So
Okay then. What's ahead of us? Can you tell us what's ahead of us?
can I just say,
Yeah.
Cliff says, does the spirit talking have a name?
It's Agaris.
Agaris.
Okay, can you tell us what is ahead for us?
Success.
Success. Anything else?
Patience. Question. Blessings.
Anything else?
Learn.
Anything else? Clarify. What's that one?
Patience. We had patience. Said patience already. This is moving different to the way it was moving before.
Anything else you'd like to tell us? What else is ahead for us? What's ahead? What are we going to face soon? Other truth. That makes sense, really, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What's that?
Fear.
People do fear them.
Mm.
Is it true that you can create earthquakes?
Yes.
Can you tell us of an earthquake, a place that you've done this?
Autumn.
They not have meanings.
It's not right at the front, is it? I'm sure I've seen it in.
Or maybe it means last autumn, this autumn.
Well, hang on. What's it say? The 4 seasons. Turn over. Turn back. The 4 seasons.
Oh, right, okay.
Doesn't mean anything really, does it?
So it says the 4 seasons can be used to indicate during which season of the year an event may occur.
Okay.
However, as you will find with practically every word, letter and symbol on the board, the energies you contact can be quite creative in their effort to communicate with you. So
Okay. Do you mean you are going to do an earthquake this autumn? This coming autumn?
Footsteps out there.
Yeah. Is it this autumn? This autumn coming? Okay, thank you.
So we've got a prediction then.
Hmm.
is events like that foreseen, or can you prevent them from happening?
No.
Aren't earthquakes just natural events of the planet?
Yes.
So that's why you can foresee them, but not.
So you're aware of when they happen.
Von asked,
Yes.
ask which country.
Okay, Gareth, can you tell us which country the earthquake will take place in this autumn, please? Southwest.
Southwest.
Is that it?
Southeast.
Oh, okay.
Southwest. The southwest signifies the nature spirits, the elementals. Western culture call fairies, gnomes, trolls, and dwarves, who help us to joyfully make our dreams come true.
That don't really make sense, does it?
Maybe we do. Von asked which country, but that's just come up with southwest.
Perhaps it's southwest.
Like somewhere
That'll be
southwest.
Cornwall.
Is it?
No, it might not be in this country. Maybe. In a
Okay.
different country.
Is the earthquake going to take place in England? Okay. Is it going to take place in United States of America? Is it going to take place in South America? Southwest.
But then, aren't they prone to earthquakes anyway?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're one of the main ones.
Yeah.
I do find that quite interesting though,
All
where
right.
it's the southwest signifies the nature spirits, the elementals. Western cultures call fairies, gnomes, trolls, and dwarves, who help us to joyfully make our dreams come true. Well, how I described him.
Oh yeah,
Was
you did
that-
like a leprechaun.
You know,
Like a-
being a small.
Like a Yes.
Is it to do with that?
He's described himself, isn't he? That's. Are you part of the Fae? Do you like our fairy porch? Have you been there?
Well, to be honest, that would make sense, wouldn't it? If he's part of the Fae and he's working with earthquakes, is that part of his job?
Part of it, yeah.
Not that he's responsible for creating them like he's been depicted as doing in the past, but does he just work sort of with them,
Yeah.
with the earth, with the nature, with the...
Is that correct? Is that right, what Jane's saying? Yes. Fascinating, this is. Any good comments?
No, nothing as of yet.
Okay.
Right, saying that explains why he would be labelled demon, because
Oh,
a
yes,
lot of people
possibly.
do believe the Fae are demonic.
And is
Just
that
because
why
of
he
how they
can?
act.
And that's
Is that why he can work with hawks, reptiles, animals,
what's that? The rabbit again.
rabbit?
We've had him
Yeah.
before, haven't
Have
we?
we had a rabbit?
Have we had the
before?
rabbit before tonight?
I don't.
Couple of
I
times.
don't think we
I-
have
I
we?
don't think we have. I've not seen a rabbit come up before.
Have we not?
Rabbit.
I would have sworn we've
Rabbit
had
has
that.
a quick wit and a quiet intensity that can sometimes turn into nervous energy if there is no suitable outlet for it. She is intelligent and good at games and tells us to get busy appreciating the little wonders in life, especially good, nutritious foods. Invoke Rabbit when you need to be more alert to your situation. She can help you learn to survive even when circumstances do not necessarily favour you. Caution may be in the right course of action now. Rabbit may avoid direct confrontation, but she is brave defending her young and herself. She uses her speed and ability to turn and twist and maneuver in such astounding ways that she can often frustrate the most ruthless attackers.
That's quite interesting. That is.
Yeah, I think so.
So what was it gone to now?
Yes.
All right. Hmm.
Oh, hang on. Steve says, "Is the earthquake a warning to mankind?"
That's the answer, Steve. Yes,
There's
it
your
is.
answer.
And it does make sense, doesn't it? I always thought earthquakes is Mother Nature saying,
Yeah.
book
Yeah.
your ideas up,
Sort
guys.
yourself out.
Unless you
Is-
tectonic plates are in a twist.
Is mankind ruining the planet? Oh, that's strong.
Has
know.
mankind ruined another planet before Earth?
What's that? Bones.
Bones. I've seen that one.
Von Hunter says, "I'm getting Asia in my head."
Okay.
Bones. There is nothing more magical than our existence as spirits of pure consciousness living in bodies of flesh and bones. Ooh. Bones have always been invested with magical power. They remind us that beneath the surface of life lies our mortality. This is what you just sort of
Yeah.
asking this, weren't you?
Yeah.
About this wrecking the planet.
Mm.
It is time to delve deeply into the underlying structure of your situation. Do not be afraid of what you might find. Become aware of beginnings and endings. Become more aware of where your support comes from, how things flow and fit together in all systems and connections. Do what is necessary to keep things healthy. Get down to the bare bones of your belief system. Now is not the time for superficial conversations or people. It is time to demonstrate your desire to understand life at the core.
So that's a bit fitting.
That is so uncanny.
Absolutely. Jen says, "If Agaris has been misjudged, do they believe that all demonic entities have been misjudged? If no, are some just truly evil?"
Okay, then is that Agaris? The entities that we regard as the man regards as demonic, are they all misunderstood? Yes.
Well, all of them.
All of them. No.
Well, you get good and bad with everything.
Yeah,
don't you?
I just think, there's some really nice humans. There's some evil humans. So no matter what creature, you must have some good and bad.
Yeah.
Because that's life, isn't it?
Or
Mm.
do you all have the potential to be evil?
I think
Yes.
everybody does.
You choose to. Most of you do. Is it most of you choose to be good? Because you're not happy with the label, are you? You're not happy with the demon label.
Have people seen you before?
Yes. Has anyone tried to summon you before, talk to you before? Yes.
Cliff
Do you
says.
know who?
Cliff
Yeah.
says there are some good demons, and Jen says so interesting. Thank you.
Oh, good. Okay then.
Can you spell out who tried to summon you before, or who tried to summon you last time?
Yes. Oh.
Solomon. Yeah, but wouldn't I?
No,
Didn't
not
I-
necessarily,
So
because he didn't manage all of them.
No.
So, are we the first people to speak to you after King Solomon?
Von says, can you ask if he thinks consciousness and wisdom is the key to the future?
Yes, there's your answer. Now, when you asked that, I expected you to spell out Aleister Crowley.
That's what I was thinking.
I think we all expected that, didn't we?
I think that makes it even more interesting because all of us was expecting Crowley,
Yeah,
which means
and we didn't. And
we could have.
I was
sort of
confused
spelt that
what he was
ourselves.
saying.
Yeah.
But we've asked this question of one before, didn't we? And he did spell out Aleister Crowley. Perhaps Aleister Crowley did summon that one. Yes, but not Agaris. Is that correct? So Aleister Crowley didn't get round to talking to you? No, he didn't.
Although, did some of you refuse to go and speak to Aleister Crowley? So
Yes.
he could well have tried and he just failed.
Von says, I was basing that on Buddhism. So.
Yeah, well, Buddhism is peace, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or maybe some of them just refused to get involved with it. Or
Okay,
didn't see him worthy.
Agaris, is there a supreme demon? Okay. Is that Lucifer? No.
Are you able to spell out who it is?
No, he's not going to answer that one, is he?
That's because we've got to find out ourselves.
Go learn.
Learn. Okay, we will do. Are we heading in the right direction? Are we learning? Yes, thank you.
Yeah, that answered Von's question as well. Who is the divine spirit? And it says go learn. So
We've got to learn. We're not ready for that one yet.
Cliff wants to know, this is a bit of a cliche question, right? Does the devil have horns and a tail?
Okay, then will you answer that, please?
I can answer that because that was Hollywood that I believe.
Yeah, portrayed
that did that.
Well, actually, we used to worship the pagans.
Yeah, and that was a
Worship
horn.
That
the
was an horned god.
and
Yeah.
it was the Christians that
But
turned
that was
the
God,
horned
not
god.
devil. So
The the Christians turned
It's not-
demonized the horned god.
Yeah, I
With the
don't
pagan
think
faith.
it's the way people interpret it
Yeah.
these days. He's not red, he's not. Do you know what I mean?
okay, so
Yes, you're right.
bit of a random question. Have we come across the, I suppose, divine entity in this centre?
No.
No. So he's never appeared here yet.
It's not you then, Neil.
Okay, then, got a question.
Yes, I've got a question. Does the devil look like a man?
Does the devil? No.
The devil looks like whoever he wants to look like.
Yeah.
But does the devil exist?
Mm.
fear.
Yeah.
Okay then. I've got a question now.
Sorry.
Does-
It was you.
No, wait, yeah. Does the devil exist? No?
Not as we know him.
It's life, Jim, but not as we know it.
Yes. No, yes.
Right, Sarah Vamal Rowley says the horned god in pagan law was Serenu. I can't even say that, and not associated with the
Synonymous. was
yeah,
it?
and not associated with the Abrahamic devil. He is a good god of nature and the wild primarily. Yeah, what she
Superbly.
said.
Superbly read there, Ames.
I couldn't read off of it.
Okay, stop a minute. I've got a question. Okay, good back to middle. Thank you. Is the supreme being waiting his turn or waiting their turn for when we summon them? Do you know when that's going to be? No.
Will he disguise himself as someone else?
No.
So we'll definitely
We'll
know
know.
when he comes.
Oh, would we expect him to be who we
Will
think
will he show himself like we think he will? No, because you think the devil's the
Yeah.
devil, don't you?
Yeah.
Will he show himself in his true form?
Cliff
Yes.
says, does he live among us?
Who, the devil?
Mm.
No.
Did he say he didn't exist? Is that right? Did we ask him, does the devil exist?
He said learn, didn't he?
Ah.
And
But then I suppose live and exist are two different things.
Mm.
So does he exist amongst us?
Von says, is the devil a tool to put fear into the people?
Yes.
There's some banging out there.
Yeah,
There's
there's
lots
loads
of
of
noises
noises out there.
Okay. So when it's his turn and Jane does the invocation for him, will he come? Will that be the final bit for us? Will that be the final lesson?
It's a final down.
So, and will we have all the pieces to the jigsaw then? Maybe.
Will you help us bring the Fae into the fairy porch?
Yes.
Right, Cliff says, does his heart beat different to ours?
No.
And Von says, in what form will the devil appear at the end?
Hopefully as a man with a sort of black sunglasses, dressed in all white.
Oh, I'm banking on Liz Early.
Yeah.
What was the question?
What form will he?
Mystery.
Yeah.
Mystery.
So is it only he that knows what form he will show himself?
Still banking on Liz Early.
Oh, that would be great.
But if you think about it, like in Ghostbusters, right? It's in whatever form that you
Yeah.
depict it
Oh
yourselves,
yeah,
I guess.
I believe that sort of thing.
Well, we're not going to get
I'm
the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
So me and Anne,
Do your magic and get
me and Anne's are still banking on Liz earlier there.
What's there? The horse.
The horse.
Horse. Horse has been a helpful companion to human beings for thousands of years. His appearance as your power animal symbolises that now is the time to make yourself a useful friend, for teamwork will accomplish far more than what you can do on your own at this time. Do not feel that you are failing by allying your forces with another. Horse's strength is great and can be yours if you ask for it. When you work with another in harmony and respect, your individual strengths will make up for each other's weaknesses. Horse helps us to travel near and far and carry our burdens. At this stage on your path, you would do well to get out and see new things and think new thoughts. This will help you forget your worries and you may find new ways to do things. Horse teaches us to do our duties with generosity of spirit and ease of mind. You do not always have to be an original thinker. You might do well to walk another's path for a time.
We've had a couple of comments as well. Kathy Adams says, "Oh, guys, could that be a Trojan horse?" And Cliff says, "Ask Spirit if he is lying."
Okay. Are you lying? No.
It did just go to West.
West?
Yeah.
What was the other one? Like a Trojan horse.
Yeah, Kathy Adams says, "Could it be a Trojan?"
We've been
horse?
asked this sort of thing before by somebody else. That how do we know that they're not just leading us astray? And we don't believe they are.
The West signifies fulfillment, nurturing, and integration. It is the place of sunsets and harvests, helping us to look peacefully within ourselves. West is associated with the water element. From the West come gifts associated with introspection, forgiveness, compassion, and healing.
Yvonne says again, based on opening up more, learning wisdom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's every single of these demon files. That's what does it. That's what's happening, isn't it? They tell us a little bit more. Each one tells us a little bit more, and there's a reason why we're doing them in this order. Perhaps they're guiding us to do this order.
Well, the thing is, at the beginning, it was random, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So something must have guided us to do it that way.
Okay, it's gone on to
Turquoise.
turquoise.
I've had a lot of the gems tonight, haven't
Yeah.
we? We don't normally have that much.
The blue-green turquoise is a stone sacred to many tribes around the world. On Pathfinder, its appearance usually means that your spirit guides and your higher self are in close communication because this is an important time in your life. It may also appear when you are neglecting your development on the spiritual level. If this is true for you now, it is time to take action to restore your faith. Life open appears meaningless when your faith in the unseen forces that surround and sustain us is weak. Turquoise can help You'd say turquoise, didn't you?
Yeah.
Turquoise can help restore our gifts of humour so we can enjoy life's gifts as well as its challenges. For we cannot have one without the other. Miracles can be seen every day. Turquoise can help us not to be distracted by our sorrows.
Any questions? What?
Basically, focus on what's ahead rather than behind, isn't it?
Yeah. I felt the floor vibrating as Joan was speaking, so.
Anything else you want to say to us?
I do feel he's
No.
I'm going to say I do
Yeah.
feel he is sort of getting tired and
Okay then. We want to say thank you very much for coming to talk to us tonight, Agaris. You've taught us a lot again.
It's been quite informative, this one has.
Will you come to talk to us again, please? Well, are you all helping us along on our journey? Are we doing it in the right way? Are we doing it for the right reasons? And you're all going to help us.
Yes, think about
Okay.
it.
Final question. Are we going to learn the answer? The ultimate answer? Maybe.
it's 42, isn't it? Like the
Well, yeah,
universe and
that's-
everything. It's,
That is the ultimate answer, 42.
Figures to 42 now. I'm just going to look.
4. There we are.
I think there's a bit of a joke in there somewhere.
Yeah.
All
Will you
right.
come and talk to us in the fairy porch? Will you come and see us again?
Maybe. Are you going to go now? Okay, that's brilliant. Is the next one waiting? Will he give us a few more answers? No. Will he give us some answers? Maybe. They're not going. You're not going to get anything out. Give anything away now, are you?
No, I do feel he's
I do feel he's
starting to get
dwindling.
mischievous.
Yeah, I feel he's sort of dwindling a bit.
He said his point and he
Yeah.
wants to get
He's
gone.
done. He's done his bit. He's
Yeah,
got
we
other.
do
He's
thank
got
you
other
for
things to do
joining us.
now.
Pardon?
He's got other things to do now.
Yeah. we
Perhaps he's
do-
going to go home and have his Sunday roast.
Yeah, we do thank you for joining us. Thank you for your communication.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, that was interesting. Okay then.
So,
Let me put the camera back on. Up. Okay, that's the final verdict of tonight then, Jane. Then we'll go to the other two as well.
just so much to process. Just so much to think about. I've got to go and draw this guy in my book so you can sort of see what he's like. But he's definitely different from the picture, and I do think that is who we've had tonight. I do think he's come forward and worked with us. All right.
It's been brilliant. Okay. And final verdict.
I do think he's probably one of the most informative that we've had so far. But obviously at the same time, they're here because they want to be, basically.
Yeah.
I feel there is a definite mischievous streak to him when he really wants to, when he gets bored.
Yeah. He was getting mischievous towards the end,
He
wasn't he?
was,
After
yeah.
He'd done it. He'd had his say. Amy.
Hello. I think there's a lot of food for thought there, and there's a lot of information that's come through tonight. Very informative night tonight. So
Okay. I can't see me, so I don't know where that's
Okay.
pointing.
it's pointing at you.
I think some of the symbols and pictures that he gave us tonight were uncanny.
Yeah. You were speechless.
Especially the weekend I've had is uncanny. And I did open my mouth a few times going,
Yes, you did.
it's
But it's a natural reaction when it's just it comes through as
No, and we haven't got. Honestly, I have not got a clue what any of these symbols are.
No.
I know we've had quite a few tonight, but I can't remember what the word.
You can guess some of them.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, so the bow and arrow, obviously you do have to go backwards to go forwards. That's sort of quite obvious. But yeah, most of them, not a clue.
So I just think this board is fantastic. So I'm going to go down to the studio and stop the live feed. So we'll let James sign off. And I'll make my way. I'll join the feed from the office.
okay. So we're just going to.
I thought
We say we're not locked in.
Yeah. Each time we do one of these, it just blows us away at times because some of the answers, some of the information, some of the communication that we get is just like Neil says, it's just uncanny, and it always amazes me how some things just come up, you know, when we've only just probably experienced some of the things that same week. But I just want to say thank you to everyone for joining us. Thank you for all your questions. Thank you for all your comments. And hopefully it's not going to be too long before we do another one. Should be in another fortnight, a fortnight's time when we do the next one. I'm not sure who it's going to be.
Here's Neil.
Yeah, not sure who it's going to be in a fortnight. So please join us again in a couple of weeks where we try and communicate with our next demon in the Demon Files. Hey there, Neil.
Yeah, he's talking.
Sorry, my mic was muted. I just want to answer. I just want to answer the question from Cliff. Do you have to close the board down? We don't close the boards down, Cliff. That's just our choice. So we're going to say good night. Thank you so much for your comments. See you next time.
Bye for now.